With one day left of Christmas, we bought ourselves to drink. Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. Nailed that one. Oh, I know you guys are going to miss my singing. Let's be honest. That's the highlight of this whole time. So
We haven't had many comments yet.
no, we're going to see. We'll see what happens. So we haven't sang yet. That's why. It's coming up.
Yeah,
It's
it is
coming up for the other people. So let's get right into the particulars on this one. This is one I honestly didn't think we were ever going to find. We did not find the 2023 release. This one happens to be the 2024 release. Mike stumbled on this one in the great town of Gardner, Massachusetts, actually. I thought you got this up in Maine. That's why I was going to say that.
Gardner.
No. All right, so let's get into it. So this one comes in at 119.3 proof. Mike got this for $175 even. Now, this is a 15% 12-year, 85% 13-year. It's bottled, aged, and distilled in Maker's Mark Distillery Incorporated out of Star Hill Farm, Loretto, Kentucky. Now, that is a great cork pop. Everybody on Whiskey Tube raved about the 2023. We never seen it.
And honestly, I happened to walk in here. I talked. Jimmy's the owner. I've talked to him quite a few times, and he's like, "I have this new Makers. It's on its way. It's not here yet." I'm like, "Can you reserve it?" He's like, "I don't usually do that." I'm like, "If it's on its way, can I get it?" And he's like, "I will hold it." So he did.
He did.
And he's got all the high end bourbons you're looking for at premium price.
Right, it is.
He's got a variety pack.
I forgot to look what the MSRP was.
Anthony's
This was
Liquors,
around
I believe, in Gardner.
I believe
No,
this was MSRP
yes.
though. Yeah. So again, I didn't think we were ever going to be able to try the Cellar Ages because the other one didn't even come up here. Makers in Mass, I don't know what goes on, especially in our area. He said
he was getting one bottle and one bottle only, and that's it. Period.
Oh, I can imagine because we
and obviously, if our local stores got it, they're pricey. Like if Ted's got this, he might be keeping this for the giveaway Christmas type deal.
Yeah. But even in just Makers in general, other than the cask strength, we never even seen Bill's blend that we got down in Virginia. No. I've never seen that come up yet.
46, 101, regular Makers.
And a cask. You can get, sometimes you get a cask.
Because they're store picks. Usually,
right.
It'll be a store pick.
Yeah.
But that's
crazy.
Beyond that, it's about all you're going to see.
It's not lacking on the nose. I can say that. I don't know if it's bringing me 100% to Makers yet.
It's bringing,
because usually they're a lot darker and,
I didn't
a lot
take
more
a sip
oaky,
yet,
and neither have I. So let's get into that.
It might have a little more note though right off the bat than yesterday's.
You get that oak in the front. I mean, you get the oak when you drink it.
What again? This is another first sip, but it's still it holds on.
No, it's there. It's not going away.
No,
and that's flavor too. That's not even. That's not bringing.
Because it's got a definite oak finish on the end of it.
Yeah. Well, I swirled that one around, and I said
I didn't, and it's still hanging on the roof of my mouth on oak.
Oh, that wasn't a bad first sip.
No,
man, that the flavor's still in my mouth. It has a beautiful oaky presence. It does. It has a great viscosity on there. I did swish it. Don't get me wrong, but it's hanging. It's hanging in there.
No, it's still on my tongue though. It's almost like it's one of them. Another one of those scraping kind of.
I agree.
I
agree. Yeah, that's why I said the viscosity
after the first
very
sip,
good.
The nose really jumped.
Yeah.
This honestly could almost be, if you put these guys in Weller side by side as far as nose, they're pretty
total different spectrum of smells. But I agree with you. They bang out of the glass. Yes. I know where you're going with that. Yes. No, I 100%.
Okay, I didn't describe it properly.
I didn't want someone to jump on you and say, it doesn't smell anything like a Weller. It does not.
No, it does not.
But it bangs out of the glass for sure. Yes, I agree with you.
Follow the simpleton on my side. Follow the expertise on that side.
No, that's why I translate into English for all of you that don't know the Michaelisms. That's what, you know what I mean? No, I knew where you were going with that. I agree.
I keep things simple.
Yeah. You know what, though? The funny thing,
this is very
normally Makers, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, brings a lot more of almost the burnt molasses darkness out of in the smells.
Oh, in the smells?
In the smells. And it's not as much of that. I'm getting a nice oaky smell, don't get me wrong. and it has a nice caramel smell. But I'm almost getting a hint.
You say apricot on the backside?
No, I was gonna say like a grain almost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting a hint of it in the nose, which is
When I go to the high side, I almost get like a light fruit, and I could almost
I
call
thought
your
I had
apricot.
that. I thought I had that on my tongue.
I
To
didn't
be
get that
honest
on
with
my.
you, and it wasn't apricot. I was thinking more like a cherry. But I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it again. But what was left on my tongue that you wanted to
I could
scrape
go-
off
I
was
could
like a
go-
fruit essence, like you drank some cherry juice. You know.
Pomegranate.
And by cherry juice, I'm not thinking like maraschino cherry, like you actually mushed up cherries and you drank their juice. Like it was like a
They sell a tart cherry juice.
Oh, do they? Yeah.
And it could you could almost go there.
Man, that has a great viscosity too.
I
that
just
second
switched
sip
this
is better than the
and-
first one.
Yeah. It definitely hangs on.
For
And I know there was some naysayers. This wasn't worth the money. This set.
that's
this
going to
might-
be the tricky part.
It might be
and
one of the
Oop, I'm
few
sorry,
that
buddy.
if
I
I
didn't
was
realize
to
you were
get
there.
one,
you're not
gonna find it. But
that is going to be the tricky part. And I do still have Bill's blend, and we have a bunch of the makers. I kept them
do
on
have
over
a
there.
shitload of makers.
I'm
that
gonna have to-
We lucked out.
Future
Thanks-
Tom, write
thanks-
that down.
Thanks to Steve.
Thanks to
actually.
Steve. He found them everywhere
'Cause
because
they-
they're not here in Mass. He got
They're
them all
not.
over.
I think
In
they
fact,
stop in New York.
one came in from Hawaii. And so
Imagine
we,
that. Crosses
but,
a boat. But
but so we to get them all. But we're gonna definitely have to put this in a blind to see where it stands. Man, it is a nice oaky presence. The whole time I'm talking, that is just sitting on my.
it does.
I'm not. There's not a chance that I would pull 119.3 proof out of this, though.
No,
Most of
I
the most of the Makers Wood finishing series were around 110 to 112. I'd be in that range at the very most, but it drinks soft. It really does. It's super refined. Great finish as far as like that. It's not bringing heat at all with that.
No, it really doesn't. The initial sip kind of did a little bit, but it gives you a hug though. So you got some proof.
It's good.
And then again, it's 12 and 13 year.
That has a lot of oak. That has a lot of oak.
It does have a lot.
It really
of oak.
does.
That's, I guess, if there's one thing that's kind of it is only like oak finish, a little sweet to start. An oak finish is kind of there's not. The nose is great.
The part that surprises me is because when I've seen people, they were complaining about the fact that they put it in cellar, so it's a controlled temperature, and they're not getting it. This has a beautiful oak finish. I don't know how much more oak, unless you go into the double oaks where you're getting that whole different flavor.
You go oak and to super tannic, but
I mean that
This
is
nose is
all
very,
around.
very
It's
good,
just
though.
a very nice drinking. I don't condone the $175. I mean, it is 15% 12 year, 85% 13 year. It does have some age in it. You know what I mean?
And with that,
And Makers
it's-
doesn't age their stuff. That's the key.
again, look behind us, and then it's 90 proof. They didn't dial it down at this almost the same price as that, and this is smoke
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sinatra.
Oh, Sinatra.
Not even going on the rye one, just even more money.
yeah.
But
I'm just gonna hit it with a little bit more.
It's,
See if I get the fruit in the front.
Mayday.
No.
Take those sunglasses off.
No.
before you pour
Honestly,
your
this,
glass.
this is going to be one of them. You're going to be lucky if you find it. Type of a deal.
I think you're gonna be ultra lucky.
Yeah, because they're out there, but they're hit or miss. Like I didn't think we were going to get it. I really didn't think we were
This
gonna
was
get it.
literally. I talk with the guy on a regular basis when I do make it up there, and he kind of likes that channel and he likes all that we do. So it's just he's like, I got this coming up.
Yeah. If I'm being honest on the nose, this brings me more Kentucky Owl / Willet than it brings me to Makers. It's bringing me that grain forward smell. I don't get it on the flavor at all. But when I'm smelling it, I smell like the grains. And that's weird to me. I don't understand. I've never got that in a Makers before. Can you lay down so you don't hit my microphone?
I'm getting like a sweetness, caramel.
I get that too, but
not
my
really a maple
initial
one.
smell is more which makes no sense because this is super aged, and maybe I'm smelling the wood, but it really smells like I'm smelling not young by any means. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to make it to come off like that, but
Yeah, I'm not
like,
getting any of
listen,
that.
people love their Kentucky Owl. People love their Willet. We're just that's not my profile. I won't say we. It's not mine. I haven't found one. I'm keep trying.
So
I haven't found one.
I'll
I
be
love.
honest with you. Where I just bought one recently, we haven't done yet. He has another purple top Willet and the other Willet. And
Oh no,
and
no.
they're like,
I
Mike, do you want the
yeah.
Willet? I'm like,
Mm-mm.
no. And I don't. He's got the prices up there, and the prices. It's not irrelevant, but it's just like we really didn't like.
I haven't found
He's got
anything.
another.
I don't
top or
get
purple
that
top
flavor
and-
on the taste at all. It comes through so thick and so rich and so delicious. I think I am getting a hint of a cherry in the front. Now, the more I keep doing it, where that's what sits on my tongue. It's like a fruit. It's like a cherry, like a regular cherry. You just took the pit out, like the dark
I know.
cherry, and it's. I get that flavor on it. It's got a beautiful oaky finish.
It has a.
I hate the price tag. I do because
agree.
Makers is not expensive usually. Like a
No,
lot of their
it's-
stuff
it-
is decently priced.
It is.
I get it because they don't age stuff, so I know why they did what they did. You know what I mean? This was something people have been screaming about, and they didn't want to do it, and they did it anyways. But I think it's very well done.
Mhm.
I think it's better than, like, say, one we might have behind us that we paid $375 or $325 for. You know what I mean? This brings way more flavor, taste, and proof on
That's
that end.
the other kicker of it. It is proof thing. So they didn't dummy it down
No.
to a 90 proof, or they didn't dummy it down to a 92 or 80, 86.
I really like this.
The bottle design is very similar but different.
Yeah.
You know, it does stand out. If you did see it, you wouldn't walk by it because it doesn't look like any other Makers. But
This one I'm going to be curious on. This may bring a slight more complexity than yesterday's, but where were you on a grade?
I don't know if it's beaten yesterday's, to be honest with you.
Well, that's what I was getting at.
I don't think
I don't disagree
I don't
with that
think it's-
statement.
it's,
I wanted to see where you were going.
no,
with it.
I don't is I'm
Without
thinking-
factoring in price.
No, but I don't. I think it's like an A minus, maybe B
Mm.
plus, A minus. I'm kind of there. I don't know. This is nothing you have to run out to go get. I forgot what the hell I was looking for in here. It doesn't tell me anything anyway. So let me put my shades back on.
I'm trying to think. It could sit in the A category, and it may win or it may lose in a blind. But I mean, it's very good. But when you look at it, if we're grading it via price, it doesn't compare to yesterday's. If we're grading it
200%,
just
'cause
as far as whiskey,
that's
this
almost
has a
4.
lot of flavor and taste. No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if we don't factor in price, I try not to factor in price when it comes to a grade because I'm just going to try to give you, like, if I drink this blind, this is what we're going to say it's worth. Would I say this is a $175 whiskey? No. I don't think I would call that out. I'd be hard pressed to go over.
The only thing
Brings me in the realm
it's
of
a pretty easy
velocity and
drink.
stuff. So maybe $75, $80. I don't think I'd go over that.
I'd say I could go to the Booker's land of $100.
That would be my max.
It would be.
I agree.
It'd kind of be in that land.
Yep.
It's probably an easier drinker than some of the Bookers
Mhm.
that way, and it's more well aged or out. It's not. I didn't speak out properly, but
It has better
I can't
flavors.
speak for shit.
It does have better flavors
Yeah, it
than a
does.
lot of the bookers we've had. I will agree
I
with
don't know
that.
about a
100%.
lot, but
no, because they're hit or miss too.
They were hit or miss.
Sometimes you just
They
get
are hit or
all
miss.
proof and you
then
don't
legally
get anything.
they're $100.
Yeah,
up
yeah.
to 120.
I agree with that. I would go that far.
The nose does. Nose wise though, it's that price.
I could go A. I can go A. This is very good, and this may open up into
the
gem.
nose is really jumping in now.
This might. Who knows? The problem I'm having with it because I'm looking at the board and I see what the prices are. But you know what? Drinking this in a way to finish stays and how good it is, this could crack our top 10 of what we drank. This is right there.
But
So I gotta go A. I gotta go A.
I'm not.
I don't know if is this better than it's been a dog's age since I've had the Four Roses. We were on a kick and I wanted to drink them all, but man, the Four Roses were banging. But this does bring a little bit more.
For some reason, they didn't hold up well in a blind either.
They came in, well, for some reason it was called Jack and Old Forester because those are just beasts. It came in
You
third.
don't have to offend me. I'm sensitive.
No, it beats Stag. You know
It's
what?
close to
And
Christmas.
that's people's profiles because what we do tend to, when you get that wild ride with the fruit and the nuts and stuff, they're just next level.
No,
they really are.
But these guys,
Brown Form is doing it right. Everyone else has got to catch up.
The Makers wasn't far behind in one of the other blinds that we did. It smoked them.
Oh, no, it won Nate's blind.
Yeah,
when we did the Battle of the 101s.
Yes.
No, Baker smashed it.
Yeah.
Again, these guys have a good, that's what I'm saying. This might actually beat the Four Roses because of the
I agree. This could be right up there.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it could make the top 10.
I gotta go. This is at least an A. At least an A. I'm gonna stay A because I'm looking at the price, and I told myself I wasn't gonna do that. But I think this would be in contention. Whether it wins or loses, I don't know. But it's definitely in contention.
It's a very limited edition,
Correct.
on who can get it.
100%.
So if you do get to find it,
it's not an everyday release. But then again, yeah, well,
it won't be savored here.
No, it certainly won't be. It's got to pay its dues. We got to put this up against some stuff.
Is this a $7.50?
Yeah. So, well, there you go. I like A. It is definitely in contention with one of the better ones we've done this year. It really is. It's just, I hate to give the big price tag.
Even with that, yesterday's could be too then.
Oh no, we're gonna have to put them in blinds. It has to get tried.
We got a busy week.
We have a lot of stuff to do. Absolutely
busy couple.
This is gonna be a tough one. We may not get it out before the beginning of the year like we always do, but we're gonna have some rough days, and you guys would have liked to seen it. I can't film that because it's gonna be bad by the end of it. But honestly, this is there. This is solid.
It was worth the wait. It did take a while, and he did forget my number and blah blah blah. But it was A+. He held to everything. He's going to keep it there for 2 years until I show back up.
Wish we tried last year's because some people said, it's not as good or it is good. These are just solid. Boy. He smells it. He smells the crumbs you dropped on yourself. So, well, there you go. We'll keep this one. I don't think it's short and sweet anymore. So this one is the Maker's Mark Cellar Aged 2024 release. Again, if you have been able to try this, leave a comment down below. I'll be curious. It goes out there, but Maker's just avoids Massachusetts.
Honestly, the only way I think you're going to find these, unless you're from where they are, is if you are in contact with your local guy. And then he only got one or two and then said, this is what I have.
Like the place that Steve went to across from his gym that literally says, I do this for my people. I put them out. And you buy what you buy. Remember, we got a stag for like $59.99.
Then you almost have to be there weekly.
It's
kind of like Ted's. You really have to go there.
He was hit or miss.
Ted's
you know what I mean?
Way,
I put them out, and you get them when you get them. I'm not holding you anything. I put them out there, and I want my regulars to have a shot at these things. I don't save them for people, and I can totally
he does not hold back. He puts them in a spot. This is new.
Well, that guy literally stuck it on the shelf. That one place across from his gym. And that's when we got the two stags. There was no limit. There was no nothing. It was like, no, you want it? Come get it. But these are for my regulars.
Yeah, there's no limits. It's just he has his special spot of what's just came in.
Right.
And
so, well, there you go. Again, leave a comment down below if you tried this, and especially if you've had like the 2023 and you've tried it up against the 2024. I'll be curious where it sits in whether you like it better or worse. But there it is. That being said, tomorrow's Christmas. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more.
Cheers.